Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SmartGS. Myself Praveen. In this entire video, we are going to see the types of foreign investments. Those are foreign direct investments and foreign portfolio investments. So let's get started. Before going to the session, what we are going to learn in this video, we will see entirely through some table of contents. Those are what factors affecting the foreign investments and what are the types of foreign investments. Those are FPS and FDS, and what are the examples of FPS and FDS, and what is the differences between the FPS and FDS, and what are the pros and cons of FPS and FDS, and finally we will see the bottom line. First of all, let's begin with what are the factors affecting foreign investments. So here the important thing is capital. By keeping in mind capital is nothing but in form of money, cash, bonds, gold, anything. So capital is the vital ingredient for economic growth, any economic growth or developing or any developed country. But since most nations cannot meet their total capital requirements from internal resources alone, okay, so then they want to turn to foreign investors. So to attract the foreign investors, there are two routes, that is foreign direct investments and foreign portfolio investments. So these are the two most common routes for investors to invest in an economy, any developing or developed economy. So let's see the factors affecting. What are the factors affecting the foreign investments? First, why the foreign investors will in what way the foreign investors will attract. First of all, we have to provide some higher rate of interest. The first factor is higher rate of interest. Wherever the higher rate of interest is there, then automatically the capital will flow. So here when compared to developing and developed country, the developing country will give higher rate of interest to attract the foreign investments because they have to develop further. When compared to developed country, they are already well established, they are already well infrastructure, there is no need to develop further. So here there is no need to attract foreign investments in form of higher rate of interest. So that's why in developing countries like India has to give higher rate of interest to attract the foreign investments. So this is the one of the factor affecting the foreign investments. Next, speculation. The speculation is most important thing. Due to the speculation of that country's growth, the foreign investors will depend. For example, during the COVID-19 situation, the developing countries will face lot of pressure. So due to that, the capital will flight rather than capital flow. Okay, so this is the one factor, and another factor is profitability. So wherever the profitability will be there, then the foreign investors will look after to capital flow. Next, cost of production. Wherever the cost of production is low, then the foreign investors will keep on interest to invest in that country. So when compared to developed and developing country, there is a less cost of production in developing countries always. Next, due to the economic conditions of that country, the foreign investors will affect. Next, government policies. Due to government policies and political factors, these are the factors of affecting the foreign investments to invest in form of FPS and FDS. So let's see the definition of FPS and FDS. Here we go with the definition of foreign direct investment. So here FDI pertains to international investment in which the investor obtains a lasting interest in an enterprise in another country, or we can say that it may take the form of buying or constructing a factory in a foreign country, or we can say it can add some improvements to such a facility in form of property or creating some plants or equipments or etc. In other words, FDI is also a cross-border investment by a resident or a company domiciled, or that is residents in a country, to a company based in another country with an objective of establishing a lasting interest in the economy. So here the investment may result in the transfer of funds, resources, or technical knowledge and strategies, etc. So these are several ways of making FDS, that is creating a joint venture or through a merger and acquisition or by establishing a subsidiary company. Okay, so these are some of the several ways of making FDS. The investor company have a substantial amount of influence and control over the investee company. Moreover, if the investor company obtains 10% or more ownership of equity shares, then the voting rights are granted along with the participation in the management. For example, we have seen the Walmart. Recently, Walmart acquiring the 77% stake in India's biggest online retailer in Flipkart. So these are the example of FDI. So Walmart acquired 77% of India's biggest online retailer Flipkart. So it becomes some FDI. So here this is the example of FDI. Now we will see the definition of foreign portfolio investment. So foreign portfolio investment refers to the investment made in the financial assets of an enterprise based in one country by the foreign investments. But it is different from foreign direct investments in the way of investment. So that is the investment of creating some asset. But this is creation asset just in financial assets in form of shares and bonds. It is highly volatile when compared to FDIs. That's why the FPIs are also called as hot currency. So due to the present situation, the company's shares will affect. So for example, during the time of COVID-19, no company is preferring, no investor is preferring to invest in shares and bonds of Indian companies due to highly volatile, due to not working properly. So here there are a lot of reasons why the capital flighting is taking place rather than capital flow. So in other words, FPS involves the purchases of securities that can be easily bought or sold. The intent with FPI is generally to invest money in another country's stock market with the hope of generating a quick return. Such an investment is made with the aim of making short-term financial gain and not for obtaining significant control over managerial operations of the enterprise, just like FDI. When the foreign investors will put some investment in form of FDI, they will make some managerial control. For example, we have seen the Kia Motors in Anantapur districts in Andhra Pradesh state. So they have established some company, Korean company. So here they are directly managing the company. But when compared to FPIs cannot manage through the FPIs. The company cannot manage. The company has the ownership of less than 10% of shares. But in a form of FDI, it contains some more than 10% of shares. So there is a major difference between the FPIs and FDI. So FPIs includes the investments via equity instruments, that is stocks or debt markets of foreign enterprises, which does not necessarily represent in a long-term interest, just like FDIs. So let's see the differences between FDIs and FPIs. So while FPIs and FDIs both involve in putting money into a foreign country, the two investment options differs considerably. So let's see that what are the differences. So FDI when compared to FPI, FDI is an active investment when compared to the FPI. FPI is a passive investment. So here the FDI, the name itself it tells the direct investments and FPI is indirect investments. And FDIs are long-term capital, and when compared to FPI it is short-term capital. That's why it is nothing but hot money and highly volatile FPIs. And compared to FDI, FDI is a stable currency. When compared to FPI is a hot volatile currency. And in FDI, entry and exit become barrier. There is a barrier exists. It is very difficult to exist whenever we put some investment in form of FDI, just like Kia Motors. Okay, and compared to FPI, it is entry and exit is very easy. We can easily remove some shares and bonds whenever whenever the country is in the country's growth is in danger. So these are some of the examples of FDIs and FPIs. So let's see the next one. Let's see what are the examples, pros and cons of FPIs and FDIs. So FDIs and FPIs are both important sources of funding for most economics. Foreign capital can be used to develop infrastructure, set up manufacturing facilities and services hubs, and invest in other productivity assets such as machinery and equipment, which contributes to economic growth and stimulates employment. When employment generates, one individual can generate the income. When income generated, his consumption will increase. Whenever consumption increases, production has to increase. Production increases means sales has to increase. When sales has to increase, automatically the growth has to increase. When production increases, automatically the GDP growth will increase. When growth increases, India's nations automatically they increase. So, however, FDI is obviously the route preferred by most nations when compared to FPI for attracting foreign investments. Since why it is most preferable nature means it is much more stable than FPI and signals long lasting commitment. It is a stable money. But for an economy that is just opening up, meaningful amount of FDI may only result once overseas investors have confidence in its long-term prospects and the ability of local governments. So that is the main factor affecting the foreign investments are government policies, political factors, economic conditions. Just we have seen in this before the video. So though FPIs is desirable as a source of investment capital, it tends to have a much higher degree of volatile than FDI. In fact, FPI is often referred as hot money, as we have seen, because of its tendency to flee at the first signs of trouble in an economy. So these massive portfolio flows can generate economic problems during the periods of uncertainty. So finally, what is the bottom line? We can say that while FDIs and FPIs can be sources of much needed capital for an economy, here FPI is much more volatile and this volatility can aggravate economic problems during the uncertain times. Since this volatility can have a significant negative impact on their investment portfolios and retail investors. So should familiarize themselves with the differences between these two key sources of foreign investments and keep on moving these foreign investments depending upon the situation of the country's economic growth. The foreign investments has to prefer either of these FDIs or FPIs. So by this we have completed the difference between definition between FDIs and FPIs and the different definitions of FPIs, FDIs, examples of FDIs, FPIs. Okay, so that's it for today's session. Thank you. If you have any kind of queries regarding this video, please let me know in below comment section. And if you like the video, please like and share. To get regular updates from me, please do subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon. Take care and Jai Hind.